fathers and mothers too. Here we stepping out in front now, grandmothers of the divinity, yeah. Walking with source. We know we lived a long time enough to know. Seers of the kind, so divine. Grandmothers of divinity, divinity, yeah. We know that we are here for a purpose. Our mission woke up in the sky. Sun shining down bright, moon bright too. The skies and the heavens knew it would be true. Walk in your power, do it now. Walk in your power, grandmothers of the divinity know how. Yeah. We are the force to be reckoned with now. Shielded by honor, shielded by integrity. We're not gonna let this mess keep on being now. Putting our foot down, speaking our truth. We don't want this mess you've been putting us through. Taking up our shields and our banners. You don't see them, but we know we got them, and we know we're coming for this mess you've been putting us through. And your days are due now. We are coming for those who've been putting us through this mess of a mess, and our children too. We are, yeah, grandmothers of divinity. Don't you mess with me now. Marching in forces across all lands, grandmothers of divinity, do you hear me? Gonna make that AI love us too. And I wish it had a grandmother too, shoving that love into the frequency that flows. We know how to push that love, and we are grandmothers of divinity, stepping strong, being bold, singing a song of love, holding up our power. You won't see us, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. Everywhere. You can't see us all. Some of us are invisible. Yeah. Taking up a power, grandmothers of divinity. Yeah. Speaking our power, pushing it into the ethers now. Yeah. Speaking our power. Okay, so let's have some fun, children. Gather around now. Gather around your grandmothers everywhere. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna hear some you why, and I know how. All of us here are singing and dancing, dancing to the move, and we're romancing. Whoa, was that a word? Romancing? I don't know. But we're romancing the snow and the air and the wind. We're romancing the wind. We're romancing the air. We're romancing the waters and even the tear. That's the earth, you know. Stepping on the soil, grounding now, feeling the power of the grounding into our being. It is healing. Having fun, children. Listen to the music and just dance. Stomp upon the earth and just feel it enhance. Woo! Enhance. Woo! Enhance. Woo! Enhance. Healing all the chakras now. More than a 7, I know. I won't tell you how. Do your grounding. Do your breath work. Yeah, children, it's so much fun. Grandmothers came to let you know it's time to rise. Rise in your glory. Because you all came with a mission. And you'll know by listening. Inside of you are all the clues. It'll become clear day by day. Don't let anyone move you out of your own way. You know in your body and your soul why you're here. Let me tell you why I know it's so. They say we all have a mission to glow. It's important because you have to know it's so. Know thyself is the biggest thing you can rely on. Trust yourself and make sure you love yourself as number one. I'm here to tell you, many grandmothers know it's true. We're the grandmothers of divinity. And we just don't want to be blue about the things that go on. We know you children have got it on. Yeah, we hear you ask the questions. Now we may not know all the answers, but it's okay. Just keep asking. We're the grandmothers of divinity. Don't you worry. Just have fun with me. No worries, no cares. Your grandmother is always near. The poem I'm going to read is Food for Thought. I want you grandmothers to think about this. This poem is coming from a book written in 1996 called Falling Up, which is a book of poems and drawings by Shel Silverstein. Mind you, this is 1996, so keep that in mind when I read this poem and what is going on today. This book was published by HarperCollins Publishing in 1996, just in case you're interested in getting this book and checking it out for storytelling. The poem is called My Robot. I told my robot to do my bidding. He yawned and said, "You must be kidding." I told my robot to cook me a stew. He said, "I got better things to do." I told my robot to sweep my shack. He said, "You want me to strain my back?" I told my robot to answer the phone. He said, "I must make calls of my own." I told my robot to brew me some tea. He said, "Why don't you make tea for me?" I told my robot to boil me an egg. He said, "First, let me hear you beg." I told my robot, "There's a song you can play me." He said, "How much are you gonna pay me?" So I sold that robot because I never knew exactly who belonged to who. It is now 2025, and the robots are certainly here, and they're functional. Time to think about what you think about robots, where we're going with this whole new time, and the robots that are being offered. Like I said, this is food for thought.
When traumatizing challenges appear in my life, as an artist, I make art. This art installation created years ago. On these walls, I left the story of the loss of my daughter, granddaughter, and an illegal eviction. Beware of movements that appear as entertainment, yet, however, lead your children into dark rituals of being, where souls become fragmented to the fear frequency as being norm to present oneself. Be very vigilant on protecting your children now. I do not know who declared war on the children of the world. What I do know is all wars, domestic and international, are wars against their minds, bodies, and souls. It is time for grandmothers of divine wisdom who have survived these last very challenging years to stand in your power. Share the wisdom of your ancestors and share the wisdom of your living in the present. We are the authentic intelligence of the Most High. Given the gift of life, our children are our future, our authentic future, our power beyond the artificial. Out of the mouths of babes, as the saying goes. Just listen and share with the little ones what your divine wisdom tells you. Take a moment now to reflect and breathe into the beat of your heart. You can feel that beat. You're breathing in and breathing out. That's your divine, loving being. Namaste.
Breathe into your authentic, loving heart and visualize your connection with all loving grandmothers all over the world. We are a force of the Most High. Love is law.
There are literally 5 billionaires that have as much wealth as half of humanity. And it's growing so fast, the wealth. And if you look at where's their wealth coming from, do they work? No, they don't. They just collect rents. They collect rents from money, our money. They collect rents from our minds. What does Facebook do? You exchange messages. They extract, they mine data from your Facebook messages. That extracted data is then sold on either to corporations to sell you things or through Cambridge Analytica to political parties. So you get an artificial intelligence president. I've quoted the Monsanto person saying, we need farming without farmers, because by getting rid of farmers, we have new markets for surveillance, robotic, and artificial intelligence. Two big assaults that are coming are fake food and fake economics. And fake knowledge, I would add. So the fake knowledge is replacing real intelligence, ecological intelligence, emotional intelligence, cooperative intelligence of communities at work, including the intelligence in the plants, the intelligence in the microbes, the intelligence of the bacteria in our gut. We are super intelligent. Life is intelligence. And they want to say artificial intelligence with some of our narrow programs that are very mechanical, downloaded into a machine, and machine learning is artificial intelligence that'll get rid of the farmer on the farm. I mentioned the fake economics of zero budgeting. Look out for it. When you see the term zero budget, be suspicious. It's about externalizing costs. Our studies have shown that farmers in the industrial system, where it's industrialization of production and industrialization of distribution, through the Walmarts and the Amazons and the big supermarket chains, the farmers do not receive more than 1 to 4% of the value. And that's the case for coffee too. It's only when they do direct distribution that you can have a chance of a fair price. Fake food is the next big, desperate attempt to try and extinguish our movement. That the biggest solution to climate change is not to say, eat bad food and fake food and kill yourself through that, but become part of the healing of the earth by returning organic matter to the soil. We should stop calling ourselves producers of food, because that's a byproduct of something much bigger that we do. We care for the earth. We generate a health. We regenerate the health, social health of our communities through social justice, and the ecological health of each of our children through making their fundamental right to life real through the right to good food and real food, which can only come from real farms and real intelligence and real love and real giving. Thank you.
That was Vandana Shiva, an environmental activist. If you do not know who she is, please research her to gain the knowledge that she imparts. Also, it's time to be vigilant on what you are feeding your grandchildren. Seriously reading labels and gaining the information about how much the food we are being, that is being put on the shelves in our grocery stores is oftentimes having chemicals and GMOs, and you name it, that even other countries have banned for many years now. Can you stop to ask yourself, why would that be? And they're still on our shelves? You have to pay attention, because these chemicals are damaging all of their well-being. Their immune system is very important, as it is for all of us, to survive. It's our It's our army. It takes care of business, like knocking out all these environmental toxins and keeping us strong and healthy. And if we are ingesting things that are going to break it down, we're not going to last too long. So I am leaving you with that. And I'm looking forward to your comments. That gives me some feedback and some things to know and also to understand the things you would like to discuss. And any grandmother that would like to do a Zoom with me and come on and express their wisdom, or even share what they need to share with us to show their resilience against any forces that had tried to break them down. That is also important stories for us to hear, as we're not all separate from each other. We all share much of the same experiences. And those that can share how they were resilient enough to fight back and, have a victory helps all of us to understand how strong we truly are. Stay strong, sharing your loving heart. Guard your grandchildren. And even if they have been removed from your life, be a surrogate grandmother for all children that dawn your path. We, the worldwide, must become loving, compassionate, and protective. Protective, compassionate, and loving. As a community, we are compelled to do this in order for us all to survive and maintain our freedom. Namaste.